Good.
Good.
A little, I just got here.
Oh, I know
No,
how that
yeah.
goes.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
at some point, we all just got here, so.
That's true. You're relatively well known for Deep Space Nine and Star Trek, but this is a Doctor Who convention, so I guess I have to ask Doctor Who questions.
You may.
So you got your own Doctor Who spinoff.
I know.
By the way, how did that all come about?
It's really exciting. I met Fraser Hines at a convention last February, 2 Februarys ago, I guess now, and he said, "Would you like to do Big Finish?" And I said,
That's awesome.
"Yeah." And I was just really excited to get to do any of it because I think it's really quality work, and also I was getting to work with the original Doctors. So they set me up with an episode with Tom Baker.
Nice.
Yeah, it was called Night of the Stormcrow. And at the end of that recording day, they said, "We have something else for you." And so they asked if I was available the next week, and it was this really fun role opposite Sylvester McCoy.
Very
It's
nice.
the role of Vienna, an impossibly glamorous mercenary assassin with a heart of gold.
Not the worst log line.
Not the worst
Good job.
logline. Yeah. Yeah, impossibly glamorous. That's not too bad. And so I played Sylvester's nemesis. And yet you find out later on that I really have a great reason for doing everything I'm doing. And that all kind of comes out through the course of the first series. And they did a pilot. Basically, when we did the episode opposite Sylvester came out, it was called The Shadow Heart. And we broke the internet. And they said, well, let's do a pilot. So they did a pilot. That went well. And now we're doing a box set.
Great. I was going to ask if there were going to be more Vienna adventures.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, the box set. The pilot's called The Memory Box, and the box set will be out in February. And there's 3 more episodes in that.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's more zany space adventure kind of.
You know what I love about this? It is zany space adventure, which I think is, you can't underestimate that. The Brits have this incredibly fun, dry wit, obviously, that is just, it's priceless, and it doesn't happen often enough, and it works so well with science fiction because there is this kind of zany, what? Oh, yeah, I guess that does make sense kind of thing about it. So there's the zany Brit wit, but there's also this really cool underbelly of great messages in Vienna. They've really built that in very nicely, and I'm big on that. And so it's good science fiction with a message.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool. Speaking of other science fiction-y stuff and also time travel, you're slated to be in Inspector Spacetime Season 2.
Yes!
How did that one happen, and what kind of craziness can we expect from year 2 of that show?
I love those guys. Inspector Spacetime, that cast is so talented. They're really just a prime example of people who should have big, fun careers. I was at Galley last year, and they said, "Hi, want to do our show?" And I said, "Yeah." So it was just kind of like standing in the right place at the right time. We all just kind of got to know each other, and I was thrilled with the role they wrote for me. It's a fun piece. And
How much can you tell us?
or
is it just not?
I will say this: Inspector Spacetime gets heavier in the second season.
I mean, they did just kill a associate, whatever they call it. So
Yeah.
it's heading into darker territory.
Well, no one's ever really dead in science fiction. But being killed is a good way to get 5 more episodes.
That's
how
true.
it goes,
Yeah, you're gonna end up
Yeah.
in another season doing more stuff.
Easily when you're killed, yeah, that's what happens. But those guys are just so funny and so talented, and they put together such quality work. If you don't know it, look up Inspector Spacetime. There's a second season that's going on. In fact, there's a Kickstarter that's going on right now, and I can't say enough about them. They're so funny and just a great indie team.
Yeah, I love the work they're doing, and also our show owes them $5 from our Kickstarter, so we'll have to
well then.
return that to them while
Yeah.
they're theirs.
Okay, there's more names doing the second season. There will
Robert
be more
Picardo?
announced. Robert Ricardo is in it. He's already shot some of his stuff. Hilarious. I'm excited about it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Going back to, I have to ask a Star Trek question because I'm a huge Deep Space Nine fan.
It's okay.
I apologize to the Doctor Who fans.
No, I like Star Trek. Oh, and Doctor Who.
Me too.
It's
I like
all right.
both. They're
There
both
are
good.
people who like both, right?
Well, yeah. What has the comparison been like between sort of Star Trek fans kind of in their heyday and now Doctor Who sort of in its like new heyday? What has it been like going to each convention-y kind of experience? I guess you're just starting this Doctor Who convention thing. So.
I am. This is actually the second convention I will have been at just because of Vienna, the Doctor Who spinoff. And I think that, I mean, the fandoms are different. They're very, very different in some ways. But of course, the love of science fiction and the playfulness is inherent in both. I think the Doctor Who fandom is more playful. That probably goes without saying, than the Deep Space Nine fandom, because DS9 was a much weightier show. And the Doctor Who fandom, I think, runs younger in some ways. I mean, we have all ages with Star Trek. We have children named after us who are born currently. It's amazing.
There's got to be a Lita out there somewhere.
There is.
Wow.
There is. Her
That's
dad
crazy.
wrote me this week I mean, there's always stuff like that happening, which is such an honor and just a huge blessing to be part of that legacy, something that's touched people's lives so beautifully. I could go on about that in different ways people have said, but the bottom line is, yes, both fandoms are amazing. I loved last year at Galley when you walked to the lobby on Wednesday night, and the con didn't even start until Thursday, and then really Friday, but you could walk in on Wednesday night, and the lobby was full of people in costume. You couldn't even walk. There were so many people,
Wow.
and nearly all of them were in costume. And
That's amazing.
it was just so sweet. I love just the nonviolent aspect, the whimsicality of it, and the fact that it's a 50-year legacy. One thing I do think, I think that, well, I don't know. I'm really glad that the older doctors, and the previous companions are getting their due around this 50-year time, because it didn't start in 2005.
Five, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the 8th anniversary, it's the 50th anniversary.
It's just...
I definitely feel the same way
yeah,
sometimes.
it's really, really nice to see the crowds all gathering for them and all the Doctor Who stuff picking up for them. Thank you
Thank
very
you so much
much
for talking with us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, check out Vienna at bigfinish.com, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.